If you're a fan of the UFC, you love knockouts for sure. So today, I've come with the best and most impressive punches, kicks, and more. Top 20 best UFC knockouts of all time. Number 20. Song Canon vs. Bobby Nash. I love this KO because it's funny and fast. In November 2017, the contest between Song Canon and Bobby Nash took part in the welterweight division. Right off the bat, Song accidentally kicked Nash down there. But Nash told the referee confidently, "I'm good."
You're good?
What happened then? Song dealt Nash a right and he hit the canvas. Then Song finished him off with a barrage of punches. I can still hear him say, "I'm good." It all lasted 16 seconds. Number 19. Jessica Andrade vs. Rose Namajunas. This KO will give you nightmares. In May 2019, the women's strawweight champion Rose Namajunas defended her title against Jessica Andrade. The fight was relatively even, until at minute 2:58 in the second round, Jessica Andrade lifted the champion up and threw her down. Namajunas was utterly out of her mind and was finished off with 2 more blows. Ooh, how painful. Number 18. Chris Weidman vs. Anderson Silva. With this fight, you'll understand the meaning of "do not brag about." In July 2013, middleweight champion and legend Anderson Silva was defending his title against Chris Weidman. After the first round, the thing was clear: Spider Silva was far superior. So in round 2, he started making fun of Weidman, as he could easily dodge his punches. He even danced for him. Until Weidman punched him out and his ego was at rock bottom. Sweet dreams, Spider. You think he deserved it? Write a comment. Number 17. Khamzat Chimaev vs. Gerald Meerschaert. This guy's a sensation. If you're a true fan of the UFC, you should already know that Chimaev's opponents don't last at all. In September 2020, Meerschaert tried to take the fight easy since he had boars in front of him. However, it seems that his nerves played a dirty trick on him because Chimaev managed to deal him a clean right on his chin, and that was it. The fight lasted only 17 seconds. Wow. Number 16. Francis Ngannou vs. Stipe Miocic 2. This knockout hurts even through the screen. In January 2018, Stipe Miocic successfully defended his heavyweight title against Francis Ngannou. So, the Predator had to wait until March 2021 to have another opportunity, which he did take advantage of. In the second round, Ngannou cornered the champion, who managed to escape. But a few seconds later, the Predator dealt him a left punch, turning off the lights for Miocic, who, to top it all, was finished off with a savage blow to the ground. Number 15. Tai Tuivasa vs. Derek Lewis. The ultimate meeting between two fatties with impressive knockout power. In February 2022, Tai Tuivasa and Derek Lewis had a very close heavyweight first round. But in the second, they engaged in an exchange of punches and shoves so intense that no one could believe that they were both still standing. Then this tremendous elbow from Tuivasa came and Lewis went to sleep. Fabulous. Let's drink a beer out of a shoe. Number 14. Conor McGregor vs. Eddie Alvarez. McGregor always gives people something to talk about, and his knockouts are a work of art. In November 2016, the Notorious, who was already a featherweight champion, decided to move up to lightweight to challenge Eddie Alvarez, the division's monarch. Because of Alvarez's fighting style, everyone expected a very close fight. However, in the second round, McGregor gave a bunch of so good punches that they ended up battering Alvarez down. A beautiful knockout with which McGregor established himself as a double champion. Number 13. Michael Chandler vs. Tony Ferguson. If you're a fan of Tony Ferguson, you better fast forward the video or you'll cry. After coming off of a bad streak, Tony was back to face Michael Chandler in May 2022 in the lightweight division. The first round was relatively even, Tony wasn't doing too badly. However, in the second round, Chandler kicked him to his chin so hard that Ferguson went down like a sack of potatoes. Tony, it doesn't matter, your fans still love you. Number 12. Dan Henderson vs. Michael Bisping. Michael Bisping's instructor kept saying endlessly to him that he had to be careful with Dan Henderson's right blow. However, in the second round of this middleweight bout, Henderson distracted Bisping with a kick to his legs, then dealt him a tremendous right and sent him to the canvas. Bisping was already lying on the floor when Henderson finished him off with one more right. Intense, right? Number 11. Lyoto Machida versus Randy Couture. If you're a fan of Cobra Kai and Karate Kid, you'll love this knockout. In April 2011, Japanese-Brazilian Lyoto Machida faced Randy Couture in a light heavyweight bout. The competition was going pretty even, until it seems that Mr. Miyagi possessed Lyoto Machida in the second round, who launched a tremendous front kick at Randy Couture, using none other than the crane stance. What a beautiful knockout. Number 10. Edson Barboza versus Terry Edom. This kick is terrifying. In January 2012, the greatest exponent of the UFC's Muay Thai, Edson Barboza, faced the explosive Terry Edom in a lightweight bout. There were 2 rounds of intense exchange. However, in the third round, Barboza launched a swift roundhouse kick right to Edom's face. Wow, look at Edom. It seems that he was completely petrified. And you know what? I still have another spectacular Barboza knockout in a little while. Number 9. Matt Hughes versus Charles Newton. This knockout looks like something from the WWE. In the second assault, Newton was trying to use a triangle of legs. However, Hughes lifted him up in the same style as the Animal Batista. To avoid what was about to come, Newton grabbed the edge of the cage, but the referee reminded him that this was cheating and that he had to let go. What happened right after? The inevitable. Hughes slammed Newton into the mat with all his power, knocking him out. Wow. This took place in November 2001 in the welterweight division. Number 8. Anderson Silva versus Victor Belfort. Here you'll see Anderson Silva showing off his insane ability to dodge blows once again, but this time it worked well. In February 2011, Victor Belfort was seeking the light heavyweight title, having literally punched his way up to there. However, the champion was simply a mocking prodigy. After dodging everything Belfort threw at him, the Spider kicked him straight in his chin. Belfort stopped being hyped up after 2 more hits on the ground. Awesome. Number 7. Mark Hunt versus Stefan Struve. David against Goliath. The most impressive thing about this fight was the difference in the height of the participants. Mark Hunt, the Super Samoan, is 1.78 meters tall, and Stefan Struve, the skyscraper, is 2.13 meters tall. But size doesn't matter. Hunt has too much power in his hands. In round 3, with very powerful punches, the Super Samoan floored his massive opponent. What a heavyweight bout. Number 6. Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman 2. In MMA, everything can change from one moment to another. The pound-for-pound greatest fighter, Kamaru Usman, was defending his welterweight title against Leon Edwards. Usman dominated almost the entire fight, but with less than 1 minute left in the final round, Edwards kicked Usman's head, knocking him out on the spot. His reign and 9 years undefeated were over. Even today, many can't believe that this happened. Number 5. Galore Bafando versus Charlie Ward. This knockout will hit you right in the face. Don't believe me? In July 2017, welterweights Bafando and Ward had been in the fight for about 2 minutes, until they got into an intense struggle to see who would take down who. However, no one expected the result that Bafando throwing Ward on his head to the ground. See? I told you it was going straight to the face. Number 4. Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo. What McGregor did here was completely insane. The time had come to unify the featherweight championship. Jose Aldo was the reigning champion, and Conor McGregor held the interim title. Aldo's Muay Thai was well known, so everyone was expecting a torturous fight for McGregor. However, the Notorious was able to precisely hit Aldo's jaw midway through his attack. Wow! The fight lasted 13 seconds. For many, this was the fight that established McGregor as the star he is today. Number 3. Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal 2. I won't get tired of repeating it, you don't have to make fun of your opponent. Jorge Masvidal got his first shot at the welterweight title in July 2020 and lost on points. But he had his rematch in April 2021. The funny thing about this KO is that Masvidal was losing, and came up with the idea of laughing at Usman in the second round. The result? Usman's right almost ripped his head off, leaving a shower of Masvidal's drool in its wake. By the way, of course, Usman finished Masvidal off on the floor. Number 2. Edson Barboza versus Shane Burgos. Edson Barboza is back on the list, and this knockout of his looks like something out of a movie. In the third round of this welterweight bout, Barboza gave a jab, followed by a right to Shane Burgos' head, but everything seemed normal. However, a few seconds later, Burgos collapsed. Unbelievable. A knockout with a delayed effect. What madness. What KO can beat everything I've shown you so far? Well, a totally brutal one. Number 1. Jorge Masvidal versus Ben Askren. This is the shortest fight in the UFC and also the most impressive. There was a lot of rage between these two welterweights. Masvidal began by grimacing at Askren and placing his hands behind his back. But it seems that Askren took the bait because as soon as the bell rang, Askren unleashed his anger against Masvidal, who waited for him with a tremendous flying knee. Already on the ground, he finished him off with 2 more blows. It all only lasted 5 seconds. Astonishing. Do you think I forgot about a great KO? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. And that way, you help me a lot to make content like this. Well, see you in the next fight.